why you do this. Understand yourself. You're not ready. You're avoiding the moment that would expose you. And you've been doing it longer than you think. It sounds responsible. It sounds mature. I just need a bit more time. I need to improve first. I'll do it when I feel ready. But here's the uncomfortable truth. You've been saying that for months, for years, across different situations, different goals, different people, and the pattern is always the same. You pause, you prepare, you hesitate, you wait, and nothing really changes, because readiness never actually arrives. It just moves. Every time you get closer, the standard shifts, and now you're stuck in something that feels productive, but is actually holding you back. Because preparation feels safe, but exposure feels real, and this video will show you exactly why not ready yet is one of the most dangerous patterns you can live in. And what actually changes when you stop waiting. You know this feeling. You have an idea, something you want to do, say, share, build, and your first reaction is not fear. It's excitement, a clear sense of, this matters. But then something kicks in. Subtly, quietly, you start thinking, is this good enough? Am I ready for this? What if I mess it up? What if people see me before I'm fully there? And that's when the shift happens. From action to hesitation. You open a document, then close it. You think about posting something, then delay it. You imagine stepping forward, then step back, and you tell yourself something that feels smart. I'll come back to this when I'm ready. And it feels like progress. But it's not. It's pause disguised as preparation. This isn't about discipline. It's not about laziness. It's about control. Your brain is trying to control how you are perceived, before you are perceived, because once something is out there, you can't take it back. Once you speak, once you act, once you show up, you are exposed. And exposure means feedback, judgment, comparison, uncertainty. So your brain creates a buffer, a preparation phase, where everything is still safe, still adjustable, still under control, and that phase feels productive, because you're working on yourself. But here's the trap, there is no finish line. Because perfection is undefined, so preparation becomes infinite, and action gets postponed indefinitely. Then something triggers it. You see someone else do what you've been thinking about. Not better than you, not smarter than you, just doing it, and something inside you reacts instantly. A mix of frustration, comparison, and recognition. Because you know, I could have done that. I've been thinking about that. I've been holding back, and that feeling hits hard. Not because they succeeded, but because you didn't move. And now the gap is visible between what you imagine and what you execute, and that gap creates pressure. Because now you're not just waiting, you're watching yourself stay still. Your body plays a role in this, more than you think, because taking action is not neutral. It's activating, it raises your heart rate, it increases awareness, it puts you in a state of exposure. And your nervous system reads that as risk, so it tries to regulate you. By slowing you down, by creating hesitation, by making you feel not ready. Because not ready is a calming thought. It removes urgency, it reduces pressure, it allows you to stay in a controlled state. But controlled is not the same as alive. And over time, your system starts associating action with stress, and inaction with safety, and that's where the pattern locks in. So your mind builds a framework around it, a logical one. I just need to learn more. I need to improve first. I should wait until I'm fully confident. And these statements feel responsible. They feel like long-term thinking, but they hide something deeper. Fear of being seen mid-process. Because what you really want is to show up already good, already validated, already certain. But real life doesn't work like that. No one starts ready. They become ready through exposure. But your logic reverses that. It says, wait, then act. When reality is, act, then become. And that mismatch is costing you time. Here's your pattern. You feel inspired. You think deeply about something. You plan it. You imagine it fully. You refine it in your head. You almost do it. Then you pause. You adjust. You wait for a better moment. You lose momentum. You revisit it later. You repeat the process again and again and again without actually executing. And over time, you become someone who thinks a lot, but moves very little. Inside you, there are two forces. One wants expression, movement, creation, exposure. The other wants safety, control, perfection, certainty, and both feel intelligent. Both feel justified. One says, go now. The other says, wait until it's right. And you listen to the second one, because it feels smarter, but it's also the one that keeps you stuck. This is the loop you don't notice until you really look at it. It starts with clarity, not confusion. You know what you want to do. You know what matters to you. You know the direction. That's the part that makes this frustrating. Because it's not lack of awareness. It's lack of execution. So the loop begins. You get the idea. You feel energy. You imagine the outcome. You feel capable, for a moment. Then the filter activates. Wait, not yet. Make it better first. So you pause. You adjust. You refine mentally. You delay physically. Time passes. Energy drops. The idea loses intensity. You revisit it later. But now it feels heavier. More pressure. More expectation. More, it has to be right this time. So you hesitate again. And the loop tightens. Because every delay increases the weight of the next attempt. Until eventually, you stop trusting your own impulses. And that's the real damage. This didn't come from nowhere. You didn't randomly become someone who waits. You learned this. Somewhere along the way, you connected being seen with being evaluated. You connected action with judgment. You connected visibility with risk. Maybe you spoke too early once. Maybe you failed publicly once. Maybe you were compared, corrected, judged, or just felt behind, and your brain made a decision. Next time, be more prepared. Next time, be better first. And that worked. It protected you. It reduced discomfort. It made you more controlled. But it also planted something deeper. A belief that you need to earn the right to act. That you need to reach a certain level before you can be visible. And now that belief is running your life. Quietly, automatically, without you questioning it. Now this pattern feels like personality. Not behavior. Personality. I'm someone who thinks things through. I don't rush into things. I like to be prepared. And again, that sounds strong. It sounds intelligent. It sounds disciplined. But underneath it, there's something else. Avoidance of exposure. Fear of being seen mid-process. Fear of not being impressive enough yet. And identity makes it harder to break. Because now it feels justified. You're not delaying, you're just being you. And that's the trap. Because the more you identify with it, the less you challenge it. And the less you challenge it, the more it defines your life. Until one day, you realize you've built a version of yourself that's always almost ready, but never actually moving. Now here's where something shifts. And it's subtle, but powerful. You were never supposed to feel ready. Not fully, not completely, not in the way you've been waiting for. Because that version of readiness doesn't exist. There is no moment where everything aligns perfectly. No moment where doubt disappears. No moment where you feel 100% certain. That's not how growth works. Readiness is not a prerequisite. It's a byproduct. It comes after action, not before. And once you understand that, something releases. Because now you're not chasing a feeling anymore. You're creating it through movement. And that changes the entire game. So now we make it practical. Not big actions, not dramatic moves, controlled disruption of the pattern. You act earlier than you normally would. Not when it feels perfect. When it feels slightly uncomfortable. That's the threshold. You lower the ready requirement. You don't aim for confidence. You aim for willingness. You don't aim for clarity. You aim for movement. And here's the key. You don't overthink after acting. You don't go back and analyze every detail. You let the action stand. Because over-analysis resets the pattern. Action breaks it. And this is where your system starts learning something new. I can move without being fully ready. I can act without everything being perfect. And that builds internal trust. Now we refine the shift. Because the real change is not external. It's internal positioning. You stop asking yourself, am I ready? And start asking, am I avoiding? That question cuts deeper. Because it removes the illusion. It forces clarity. It makes you honest with yourself. And honesty breaks patterns faster than motivation ever will. Because now you see it in real time. You catch the hesitation. You recognize the delay. You notice the story forming. And instead of following it, you interrupt it, not perfectly, but consciously. And that's enough. Because awareness creates choice. And choice creates change. Here's the real solution. You build a bias toward action. Not reckless action. Consistent action. Small, repeatable, slightly uncomfortable action. You train yourself to move before your mind is fully convinced. Because your mind will never be fully convinced. That's not its job. Its job is to protect you. Your job is to lead yourself. So you create a rule. If I feel hesitation, I move, not because it's easy, because it's necessary. And over time, this rewires your baseline. Action becomes normal. Waiting becomes uncomfortable. And that's when everything flips. You didn't lose time because you lacked ability. You lost time because you trusted hesitation more than action. And now you see it clearly, not as a flaw, but as a pattern. And patterns can be broken, not instantly, but deliberately, because your life doesn't change when you feel ready. It changes when you move anyway. So here's the question. Be honest with yourself. How many things in your life right now are not waiting for you to be better, but are waiting for you to stop waiting?